Hello everyone, this is Val from Val's Craft Creations, and tonight I want to repurpose this FedEx envelope and this paper bag. This is a Sally paper bag. What I did was to open it and open the bottom and just lay it flat. And I wanted to reuse it inside of this envelope, so I have an idea on my mind, but I don't know yet how it's gonna turn out. And I have here a paper pad that I bought on Hobby Lobby. Was on clearance for $3.25. I don't even know when I got this. I was looking on my drawers and looking for another paper pad to use, and I found this one. I didn't even know that I had this. I forgot all about it, and it's like a cream pearlescent papers, and it's so beautiful. So it was even closed with those tapes, with these tapes on the side. I just opened it before I started this video. I didn't even know that I have that this paper pad there on my paper pad drawers. And the name of this paper pad is a fairy tale evening. That's the name of this paper pad, and I guess you can use it like for weddings. And I had this vinyl paper, self-adhesive vinyl in cream. The color is cream floral. I got it at Hobby Lobby for 62 cents. I always check when I start seeing these orange stickers on Hobby Lobby. I just go around on the aisles and see what can I get. And I usually use these vinyl papers like covers for my junk journals, but I just have it here. I don't know if I'm gonna use it yet, but I may use it on the cover for this, not in the back, because I don't know what size I'm still gonna do this, but I may use some of this. So that's my idea for the paper and the cover right now. I don't know if that's the way this video is gonna go, but I have it here just in case I decide to use it. So let me give you some measurements. If you don't have a FedEx envelope, maybe you can use a file folder. This envelope is 9.5 wide by 12.25 long, but I'm not gonna use this size. I'm gonna try to use the size of my bag. And I think this bag, let me see, I think it was 8.5 when I folded, 8.5 by 7.25, but I don't know exactly what size it's gonna be after I cut some of this off. So I'm gonna start with cutting my envelope. Let me write down here that is 8.5 by, let me write it down, because I know my mind, my 7.25, so I don't forget. So it's gonna be 7.25 long by 8.5. Let me see. Is 8.75, but I don't think that's gonna be the end size. But after we cut everything, I will measure everything again, because I have an idea on my mind, but I don't know the measurements. But if you don't have a paper bag this big, maybe you can get one at Publix or something. They usually have bags this big. If not, just use what you have at home. Any paper bag, maybe from the lunch paper bags that you can get at Dollar Tree, like 100 for $1.25, or use just regular copy paper. Whatever you have at home. Don't get crazy looking for this stuff. I just trying to use what I have at home. And this one I have it because I just received a package, and I had this laying around, and I said, well, let me see what I can do with this envelope. But don't go crazy looking for stuff like this. Just use a file folder, a cereal box, And for the paper, just use whatever you have at home. So I'm gonna put this aside with the paper pad, and well, let me put it here right beside me because I need those measurements. So I'm just gonna cut, but my idea, I wanna use some of this to do a pocket. So let's measure here. So my bag is 7 1/4. And I just gonna mark my 7 1/4 line here. Because I'm gonna cut this here to that mark. And just so you can see it better, I'm just gonna go and do a line here. I just don't wanna pass that line there. So I'm just gonna cut my full line right up to this line. So let me get my scissors. And let's cut this. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to use some of this for a pocket. Well, I maybe use everything for a pocket, but you know, I know I can fold it, but I don't know if I want 2 pockets yet. So I'm just gonna cut it right to that line there, because I don't know if I want 2 pockets or not yet. So, and I cut it right there because I'm gonna cut some at the top and some at the bottom to open this, like it's gonna be pages. And when I cut it, I don't know how the paper bag is gonna be, but I just gonna go there. And we're gonna fold this one, this side. Let me see if I can find my bone folder here. And this pocket is not gonna be this big. I'm gonna cut some of that, but I don't think that I want 2 pockets. Wait, let's go a little bit more. No, you know what? I'm gonna leave it like that, because let me measure here. That's perfect. So I don't know if I want 2 pockets. I don't think that I'm gonna use 2 pockets. Just gonna leave one here, and then we're gonna cut this off. But if you wanna leave 2 pockets, go ahead and leave the 2 pockets. But I can do. It's just that I don't know. I don't think that I'm gonna need 2 pockets. Nah, I'm just gonna go with what I want first, what I was thinking first. Let me move this here so you can see. I'm just gonna do a line here. And let me make sure that it's straight, because I know that good with straight lines. And let's cut that. I can even see my line. It's kind of crooked, but this has to go a little bit up, because you see my line here. I just want a little bit more up. And don't worry about the line, because we are gonna cover everything with our paper. And I cut there, but I'm gonna reinforce it with my skin tape or something. You see, it's crooked. So let me just cut it with, I don't know why I didn't do this the first time. I could have just cut it like with this close. Sometimes I just like to make my life difficult. You see how easy that was? And then this flap is longer than this one, but we will think about that later. It's gonna cut a little bit of my, let's see, this right now is, right, I like to use inches, it's 5 inches. So I probably gonna go to 3. And 3 is, let me put it here so maybe you can see a 3. Three is right here. So I think that's a good size for my pocket. Let me just get my paper trimmer here. Let's see if I can go this way. Sorry, I'm gonna cut my pocket. Let me see, 3. I don't know what I was thinking, but okay. So I have my folder line here at 3. I almost cut it the wrong way. Let me see if I. Let me see something before I cut. I just want to leave a little. So I think I'm gonna cut right there. And I will give you measurements when I'm done cutting everything, in case that you really want those measurements. Let me see. So that's our pocket. And I'm gonna cut this flat here. Let me just cut it with my, it will be straighter. You know, I say it was gonna be straighter, but it wasn't. Let's just cut it here. It's not a big deal. There's something there. I think I'm gonna cut just a little bit more of my thing, so it will be straight both sides. Okay, then we're gonna cut our bag just a little bit on the top and in the bottom and here. Let me see. The length is good enough. Like I have a little space here, maybe an eighth of an inch, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go to the 1/8 of an inch marks. So let's see, let's cut. And when I cut this here, I don't know how the paperback is gonna look. We're just experimenting here. So I'm guessing we're cutting here right now at 7. Let me see. So we have the pages cut in the top. Now let me cut it on the bottom. This more straight. I don't know what's going on with me today and the lines. Okay, now I think I got it. Let me crease the edges here. Just checking that all of them have cut. I cut all of them. Okay, so right now this is almost 7 inches. And then I'm just gonna cut this a little bit here to even them out. I'm gonna go to 8 1/4. This one is broken here, but maybe when I add the paper, we can fix it there to cover it with the paper. So I'm just gonna cut my envelope more. I think this is like a 1/4 inch or so, right there. I think that's good enough. Okay, so this is in 1/4, and I just want to write it down here so when I'm cutting my paper. And 8 1/4 by, it's just a little bit under 7. I'm just gonna put 7 here, and I will cut the excess. I just don't want to complicate my life with all those measurements. Okay, so I'm guessing this will be, it's almost 8.5. So 8.5. Wait, 8.5 here. By 7.25. So 8.5 by 7.25, and this is 8.25. So I don't know why I said 1/4, but we're getting there. And by 7, that's the measurements that you can use for your paper. Let me keep my ruler there. So what I was thinking to do is I gonna like I will pamphlet stitch this, and I'm gonna cover this and with the pretty paper, and we're gonna do pockets, tucks, belly bands, all that good stuff. And this is gonna be like a notebook. And you're repurposing an envelope. This here I may cut just a smidge, so when I pamphlet stitch and close this, I don't have any like interference there. So I just cut this a little bit. Let me see. Yeah. It's crooked. I know you can see it. I know you're saying, hey, Val, this. You're doing a terrible job with your lines today. That's fine. That's fine. I don't stress about it. I will fix it if it's necessary. Okay. Perfect. There you have your book. So I think I only want to use this like on the front. I don't want to use it on the back, because I'm gonna cover some of this with that beautiful paper, but I want this like on the background. So, and this, if you want to get something like this, is $2.49 Hobby Lobby, but when they had the Paper Studio half off, you can get it around $1.25, and I got it for 62 cents. I always wait until things are on sale to get them, the stuff that I need from Hobby Lobby. Well, they always have sales going on, so. So I know I want to go, let me just get the papers out for a moment. I know I want to go like a little bit to the back, so when I fold it and I put the other paper, I will cover my spine. And so I'm gonna go ahead and leave some on this side. I may leave some on like all the way around, and I will just fold it. So here I will cut on this line. It don't have to be that much. Maybe on the folded line, I'm gonna cut it here. Just to know my measurements. So let's cut. Hopefully this will be straight, because I have a big line here. It should be straight. Should not have any problems. On the top, I'm not gonna cut anything. Just gonna cut there. And hopefully you saw me measuring everything. Hopefully I did a good job. I cannot guarantee it, but hopefully we did a good job. Yes. this. So I'm just gonna peel this little by little. And I usually do my, like I told you, my journal covers this way, but I haven't used this in a long time. I don't even know when I get this vinyl. I have like 5 or 6 on my drawer. I'm sure just measuring there where I'm gonna start. Just want to do a little line so when I remove my paper, I know where I'm gonna put it. So I'm gonna start little by little. Hopefully I don't get any wait, let me hopefully I will not get any bubbles on my paper. And I know you may be saying, you know what, there's an easier way to do that, but just bear with me. And I should have cut the corners like I usually do it. You know, when you're recording, you're not thinking about the way you do things all the time. So I usually cut the catty corner like I cut the corners like that, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's see if I can do it right now. And it don't have to be perfect. It's just so you don't have that bulk there when you're folding your cover. You know, when I'm doing these videos, I don't even know if things are gonna turn out or not. So I usually do the video, and if I like it and it turned out good, then you will see it too. So let me fold these ones first. And we will cover this with the paper. Before I close my pocket, we're gonna cover all this with our pretty paper. Checking that there's no bubbles. Pretty. You have your spine cover there. And that way I don't have to use masking tape to reinforce it right there. Okay, I didn't want to use, well, I didn't use on the back because I only have one of this one, so it wasn't gonna be enough. So I'm not worrying about the back. I don't know if I want to cover the pocket with the same paper. Well, we had this strip of paper. We may use it on the how you call it, on the pocket. Had these pieces. I may use this for a little book, so I'm gonna keep that. Maybe I can use this for a belly band. So let's keep this just in case we need it later for the same project. Okay, so let me get my paper pad and let me see what I want to use for the back. Pretty sure I want something with flowers, and I think I saw a paper here that have flowers on it. This one is flowers. Let me see if there any other. I can like this one too. Ah, this one. This is the winner. And I'm just gonna trace around. Somebody comment on my one of my videos, you are like me, those measurements don't work with me. I say yes, they don't work with me. So you do what it works for you. If measuring everything works for you, then go ahead, measure everything. If not, just have fun tracing around your things and cutting paper. I move it. Let me just make sure. And I think my cover in the back is shorter than the one in the front. I will check it out, and maybe I need to fold this a little bit more. It's just a little bit. You can see it here. You see, this is where my pocket is, like the cover from the front. Let me see if I can I may leave it like that, but let me try and fold it just a little bit more. I don't want to break it, because this envelope is not that thick. It feels like a file folder. That's why I told you to use a file folder, because that's the way it feels, like a file folder. Well, it's better now. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so let's cut our paper. I'm working on my cover first, and then I will add the paperback pages, and we will decorate the paperbacks. But I want to do the cover first, and then I will worry about the other stuff. If we need to make another video, we will, but for now I'm just gonna worry. And what I was thinking is I may need a different piece of paper. I just wanted to show you. I want to put a piece of paper like on the top, but that you can see this green paper around it. as a like a base, but like the background, you see, something like that. That's my thinking, because I really wanted to use this, because I want to try to do everything like cream and green and maybe some black. That's the combination of colors that I was thinking, so that's why. And I may leave a little bit of this showing here, just a little bit, so I may glue my paper like that. And maybe, you know what, I should have not cut this, but I think I'm gonna use a strip here just to leave like something like this, just a little bit showing on here and here. So I think I'm gonna do that. So let me just cut strip here. Maybe I should have not cut it, but you know what, let's do that. Let me just mark here the length where I want to cut. No, I'm just gonna cut it here, that line there. Sorry if I'm talking soft and not that loud, but I was thinking what to do. I did it longer because I was gonna fold the edges like inside, but it's fine. I just want this to show a little bit there. And let me see something, if I can't cover just, it's just that when I put my paper, this is a little bit of white showing from the envelope, because this idea just came to my mind. I wasn't even thinking to do this, but I was gonna cover the whole thing with the paper, but now I wanna some of the flower paper showing. This you can always find you can always find a solution. Okay, so let's see. So I want some of that showing there and showing here. So I'm just gonna cut my paper just a little bit, so this shows a little bit on the back too. Like that. So let's add glue to our, just getting this. I know I said I was gonna storage my glue upside down, but I didn't. And if you want to know what glue I'm using, it's clear gel tacky glue from Aleene's Original. Gonna try to have the same amount of black showing on both sides. This paper is so pretty. I don't know. I don't think that you're gonna be able to see that it's like pearlescent, or I don't know if you call that pearly or pearlescent, or, but it's so pretty. This is it's still a little wet, but not that wet that will damage the paper. And I'm just gonna trim this little here. I'm guessing my cover is not that straight. No, that's fine. And I think I have 3 sheets of each design, so let me get another one of the same to do the front part here. And let me get the one that I'm gonna use inside as well. Where's the other one that I liked? It was kind of flowery. I had this one, and let me see. I kind of like this one for the inside. I'm gonna use this one. I know it's gonna be all the same color, but I don't care as long as the design is a different color, different design. So I know I cover my measurements. So can hardly see this ruler. I need something like a metal ruler, because this ruler sometimes you can hardly see the numbers. Let me just write down here 7. It's a little bit more than 7 1/4, but I only need this. It's gonna be smaller than that, so 7 1/4. Eight and a half. I will say 8.5. So I think I'm gonna go is 7 1/4 by 8.5. I think I'm gonna go to, let me see, 6 3/4. I will cut that first and then see. And then the other is 8.5. So maybe 8. Let's see. I think I want the black showing more. So let's cut more of this. So 8 is this one right now. I think I'm gonna go 7 3/4 and see. Yeah, I think I know you think that I'm wasting this, but it's fine. And I don't know if I want this to show more. So I'm just, going with the flow right now. I don't even know what I'm doing, but Let's go 7.5. I'm just creating, I'm doing mindless crafting right now. Yeah, I like that better. What do you think? Should I cut more? No, I think that I like that better. So let's see, this one is right now 7.75. Should I go 6.25? Let's see. I think I like it like that. I think I do. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So we cut this, as you wanna know, 7.5 by 6.25. I can go to 6. Nah, but I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I like it like that. So we're gonna go with the 7.5 by 6.25. In case that you wanna know the measurements of my paper, but you should follow, you know, depending on what you use. You don't have to do exactly the same measurements. Maybe you would like it smaller than this one, maybe you would like it larger, so it's depending. I'm just giving you the basic and I'm creating something that I would like, so you just go with what you like. So that's gonna be going there. So that's why I don't like to give measurement all the time, because it's depending on what you can find at home or what you can find. And maybe you don't have the same materials that I found at home. So I don't want you to be like worrying about, oh my God, I need the same things that she's using on her video, because that's not the purpose of these videos. These videos are to show you how to repurpose things and to show you that you can repurpose a lot of things that you can find at home. So since I've been doing this video, I don't look at the items that I have at home the same way, packaging and all that stuff. I'm always, when I see a packaging laying around, I say, what can I do with this? So that's what I want you to learn, what you can do with things that you can find at home. It doesn't matter what it is. You can use maybe the same technique that I'm using, but on something different, using different materials. So just giving you examples and ideas, but you will use what you can find at home. I really like it how it looks with the flowers on the bottom, like under the paper. I really like it. So do you like it? I hope you're liking this video too. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, so this is our back. This is our front. So let's cut. Since I'm gonna use this paper here, I may use this for the pocket. I like how it looks, so I may do that. I think I'm gonna use this like on the spine here inside, just to do the same thing that we did outside, you know, leave some of this paper as the border of my other paper. Make sure, let me just Yeah, that's fine. I will cut that extra. Let me see. I just want to mark it. Okay, so that's gonna go there. Just want to make sure. I'm just gonna reinforce it with a little bit of glue. Since this is gonna be folding. I have a little piece of the vinyl stick to my hand, stuck to my hand. So I know that I'm gonna leave just a little bit, not that much like in the front. So my measurement for the outside was 7 1/4 by 8 1/2. So I may cut this 7 by 8 1/4 and see how I like that. Oh, let me fold this. But wait. Let me just wait until it dries before I fold it. Let me put it to the side and let's cut the paper for the inside. So let's cut 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 by 7. Wait, did I cut this right? Let me see. Just making sure before I cut my paper. It was 8 1/2 long. So I want it 8 1/4 long. Let me see. And then 7 1/4, 7. I think I want on this showing more. Well, I can go down here, but I want on this side to be, where's my folding line? Yeah, I want this paper inside to show more. I'm just trying to make sure that this is just when I fold it. I'm just smoothing this out, so when I fold it, I don't see those bubbles there. So I think I'm gonna go to 8. I know I have a measurement in my head, and then when I see the border I just want to make sure that I like what I see. So this is my folded line there. And I think that's good enough. So let me give you the measurements. So we did 7 by 8. Let me get the other paper and just cut it too. Where's my pad? Let me look for another one of these ones. And all those pieces that I'm having left from each page paper, we're gonna use it you know, pockets and stuff. So I'm not worrying about all those pieces of paper or using more than one. And you know, that's what I'm trying to do, just to use all these paper pads that I have laying around, and I haven't used. I don't even know how long, because this one I didn't even know that I have on my drawer. So that's what I want. So 8 by 7. But you know what? I need to, and a strip here and a strip here. Well, I'm gonna worry about this one first, and it's gonna go down there. And I like, let me get the strip of the other paper that I'm gonna use for my pocket and see if I like it. What do you think? I think I like it. So I think I'm gonna use this for my pocket. What I don't know if I'm gonna have enough for here. So let's see. Do I have more? Let me just use a little bit of this one, and then for my pocket, since I had this here, I don't need that much. Let me see. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough for this side. I may need to cut the paper more than, you know, just the exact measurement of this side. So let's worry about this right now. Or let me see something. Sorry, I may just do like here and here, and then use another piece of paper here. Let me see, like a different one. I think I'm gonna do that. We will find out soon. Let's just glue this one down. It's nothing that you cannot fix with paper. Let me check my time real quick. Okay, we are 58 minutes already, so I'm gonna do a second video. When I'm done with the cover, we will come back with a second part where we're gonna add the pages and decorate them. So that way this one won't be that long. It's just that when I start with an idea, I don't know where the direction is gonna go. It's just things come to my mind while I'm crafting with you guys. So I have the idea, and then while I you know, cutting and gluing and all that stuff, then things comes to my mind at that moment. Sometimes different of what I was thinking. So like when I cut this here, I wasn't thinking to leave some of the paper showing, so that came to me after I did the cover. But you know, we can fix it. We can fix it. We will find a solution. So let's see. Let's see what we're gonna do. Let me see if I have the other piece for the other side here. Right here. See, nothing that we cannot fix. There's a little hair from my cat. She was on my desk. Wait. Maybe I will be able to. Just want to see if I'm gonna have. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with this idea of just putting a strip here on my pocket, and that way I can use some of this paper for this border. That's what we're gonna do. So let me cut a piece because this one. Maybe if I cut it in half and connect it here. Let me see. I'm just thinking. Don't mind me. Yes, I don't need that much for this and this. Let's just cut from this one. Let me get my scissors here. And I want to fold it so I protect this here. So let me just cut. Next time when I'm at Hobby Lobby and I see these papers in clearance, I think I'm gonna take 2 of each, depending on how many they have left. Because that's the problem that I have. I cannot use them for big projects because I don't have 2 of those. You know, 2 of them. I only have 1 of each. And sometimes, you know, I only use it like for 5x7 or 4x6 journals and things like 4x7 or something smaller because I don't have enough. My God, let me just do this and it's gonna be easier for me. Sometimes I complicate myself. I don't need that much inside. But when I got all these things, I wasn't even thinking about doing videos. But now that I'm doing videos, I'm, you know, making videos and recording for you, then I would think, you know, better next time. Okay, so I don't think that I want to use the same one. Let me see what else I have here. Oh, I had the flower one. So let me measure my pocket. My pocket is can't hardly see these numbers. It's almost 8.5. By 3. I remember that way card. So I'm gonna cut it. gonna cut it 8.5 by 3. I'm trying to see how, right. You just go here, 8.5. So it's 3.5. I'm just thinking about my border that I want to leave there. So by 3/4, let's try with 2 3/4 and see how I like that. I think I want it showing more. Just bear with me. We're almost done with this process. Okay, so this is 2 3/4. I'm just gonna go 2.5. It's just that I prefer to cut little by little than cut it a lot and then it's not gonna work. Okay, so I like that. So that's our measurement. So it was 2.5 by 8.5. And look, I still need to cut a little bit, but just cut it 8.5 by 2.5 if you're gonna leave borders. Like on the bottom and the top. I'm just going slowly, so trying to do a straight line. Let's see. That's good enough. That's good enough. And we only had this one left, and we're done with the first part. I just go around my edges first and then I will fill the rest. Excuse me. There's a little flying around. My husband came home today and he left the door open and there's a little fly on my room. I think I like how it's turning. You know, our project is turning up. So I hope that you like it too, enjoying the process. Let me just cut just a little bit here. So let me get my last piece of the vinyl. Oh, it's here. I'm just gonna cut and do this here. And I think that's the last thing that we're gonna add, this vinyl paper. So looking for my pencil. Where's my pencil? Let me get another one because I don't know where I put it. I'm just gonna cut it there. Look, we only have some pieces left, not that much. I think that's it. Well, some this is what we had left from the vinyl, and one more piece up here. They went under my computer. This is what we have left right now of the vinyl paper. Because I'm gonna cut this right in the middle here, and we're gonna use this whole strip. I fold it there. I'm trying to straighten this out. Okay, so we're gonna glue our last piece of the paper. And I'm just gonna cut a little bit, because I think we cut this one. I went straight down here for to leave this on the top. So let me see, if I put it right there, it's just a little bit, a little bit. That's perfect. And let me get my double-sided tape to close the pocket, and that's it for this first part. So you see this first part first, stay tuned for the second part. Usually the upload, the videos take long, so sometimes you may be watching this one and you haven't seen, you don't see the other part is coming up. So just stay tuned for the second part. This is my folded line there, so I'm trying to Okay, so let's close the pocket. I'm not gonna do the little notch there because I want this to show as it is, so I'm not gonna cut anything else from there. We're just gonna close the pocket, and that's it for this part. I hope that you're liking this video, that you're enjoying, the process, and that you will create something similar to this, and that you're getting new ideas for your crafting. I know somebody told me I'm not gonna look at packaging the same way anymore. Trust me, I don't either. I don't look at it the same way. Still, the glue's still wet. Okay, so let me show you what we did. Move this to the side. So this is our cover. This is the front. Let me take this thing out of the way. This is our back. What do you think? Do you like it how it is looking? Then we have our pocket here. Make sure that this is thick. And then this is our inside. So when we decorate the pages, this is gonna be our book. You can see the pages there. So it's gonna be on inside. And we're just gonna cover this with paper. So, but this is how it's looking right now. So this is it for this video. I hope that you're enjoying watching me create this. I know that sometimes my videos are long, but like I say before, I like to show you the process of my thinking, the process for everything. That way you can create the same thing too. It's not gonna be exactly the same, but at least something similar. So that's why I always show you when I cut my paper, and when I thinking here in camera and changing my mind about something, so you can learn too. So this is it for tonight. I hope that you can give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so right now before you go. And happy crafting, everyone. Good night.